Pleased to be joined by Voodoos General Manager Chris Dawson, who is also a big member of bringing Hockeyville to North Bay. The only other time that Hockeyville has been brought to the North, and Chris, we're talking today because another community in the North is looking to bring home Hockeyville.
Yeah, really exciting times for the community of Elliot Lake as they were named a finalist recently for the title of basically Hockey Town in North Bay, and an event that's been around really since 2006. North Bay won in '07. We were the second team to win. We ended up winning it was only $50,000 back then, but we got a new a pixelized screen that was on the front of the Memorial Gardens before the renovations to the rink. But it was really, back then it was really a community victory for North Bay, and right around the time when North Bay was looking to try to get an OHL team back, and Mo Mantha was trying to bring a team here, and that obviously fell through, and that was the Niagara getting the Ice Dogs. So I think we showed a lot of community spirit. We showed the hockey community how much we love hockey, and you know what? I haven't asked Scott Abbott directly on it, but you got to think that 4 or 5 years later, the North Bay, the Brampton Battalion decide to move an OHL team. You kind of hope that maybe the OHL, seeing what kind of passion and hockey North Bay was back in '07, that maybe that played a little bit of a part in the battalion moving here. So and as for the Elliot Lake, which is the most important thing, is I can't see a community needing it more than Elliot Lake. This is a team that me wearing my NOJHL hat, I know and have heard all the trying times that Elliot Lake has. The junior team there, the Elliot Lake Vikings, they don't have a place to play. They had to move to Massey to play all their practices. So every practice, every event is 45 minutes down the road. At one time, they were playing some games home games in Blind River and Espanola. So a really trying year for the junior team. And you just think of all those little kids, the kids in minor hockey. They don't have a rink to play for in their community. So to see that money go towards helping bring a rink back on its feet, I think is I can't think of a better reason to vote for a community than Elliot Lake. I know all of the other three communities are special, but on March 29th, the NOJHL, I know, and I think everybody in the North should get on their computer and vote, because you can vote more than once. At 9 a.m. you can start voting. Vote once and vote often, and it'd be great to see Elliot Lake win it.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that live in Elliot Lake that have been really missing out on their team. They just moved there, so they were excited to be able to watch the Junior A team. With your experience through Hockeyville, how do you think, like you touched on it, bringing the battalion and, trying to bring the OHL back, but especially in a small community like that, being GM of the Voodoos and all that stuff, what do you think hockey means to a smaller community like that, and bringing in Hockeyville, how big that'll be?
I just think that it's very passionate. I mean, there's so much history in the North with Elliot Lake. You go look back at the North Bay Centennials. One of our biggest names in the final years that we had the Centennials was Chris Thorburn, and he started his junior hockey career playing for the Elliot Lake Vikings back in the '90s. So and he's won a Stanley Cup now, and so that played a part in his development. And it's the North. I think we're kind of the underdogs. You think we don't have the the big numbers, like there's places like Cochrane, which is close to Calgary, which has millions of population. We don't have the population, but I think we certainly have the passion for hockey. So hopefully a lot of people jump on board the Elliot Lake Vikings ship and ride them to a Hockeyville championship.
Well put, and of course the North really helped bring North Bay home to Hockeyville as well, so I'm thinking that it might be time for a second one. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add? I know you mentioned where to vote and everything, but if you want to hit on that just one more time.
Yeah, you just got to go to the Hockeyville website. It starts on March 29th at 9 a.m. and it's not just one vote. I know there's a lot of people have done different type of voting for different things, but you can vote more than once. So vote once, vote twice, vote 100 times if you can, because I think it's a great cause. And really, that's kind of how it was even back in '07 with us. It was you could vote multiple times. So let's get on board and see Elliot Lake named Hockeyville.
All right, that's Chris Dawson, the general manager of the Powassan Voodoos, NOJHL advocate, trying to get you out to vote for Elliot Lake for Hockeyville here in 2024.